that easy to defend. Gawain is down to 7 minutes. Fabiano has, let's say, 3.5, and they have 8 more moves to make. So Fabiano, at some point, probably gonna have to switch to picking up the A pawn. But I think he's trying to postpone that as much as possible because, well, he can, and it also keeps the position a little bit more complex. So he can always go there or get it with the rook. But okay, I still think this should be a draw. Maybe Gawain will play something like rook h8 or another waiting move.
I'm also now starting to have more faith. In Gawain's holding chances.
Yeah. Okay, so far this game has sort of gone according to expectations. I really do think that Gawain should draw this with correct play. I wanna go.
Them at the board. It
And
was
they
a
did
draw.
draw. Yeah, so ultimately, it did go to this a pawn and rook versus rook, and yeah, this is one of the typical cases where it's obviously a draw. So, I guess Gawain actually did make it fairly convincingly help this draw. Once again, we had this one moment where we thought we could do it through a pawn ending, but I really understand that that is not the most comfortable way. And then instead, he went for a rook ending, which looked a little tricky, but I guess he was never really in danger of losing
I
it.
have to say, I'm very impressed by Gawain's performance today. He was facing the world number 2 player in Fabiano Caruana, and he seemed to be at some moment under serious pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
And to hold this game, kudos to Gawain. Impressive performance.
Yeah, a very good performance. All right, so we see the players are about to leave the playing hall there, and then we have one last game we're gonna have a quick look at. So actually we briefly discussed this position already, and what I was gonna say is that, especially given that this pawn is of the wrong color, the best you're gonna get out of this is...
Last guest with us, welcome Gawain.
Thank you.
And well done. I think you must be very relieved right now.
Yeah, very tired after that.
Also.
Felt like a lot of suffering for a long time, but of course I'm very pleased to.
I think we're not going to go through the whole game probably, but first of all, tell me a bit. It's the first time you're playing in the Masters after qualifying from the Challengers last year. What are your first impressions?
Well, I knew it would be far more difficult. I remember the last time I played a tournament of this level, just the amount you have to focus playing with 2800s, one slip and you have to suffer for the rest of the game. So it's just,
Speaking of which, I imagine you did some special chess preparation, but did you also work on your physical shape, on your endurance maybe?
Yeah, I've been trying to work on everything, work on my middle games and calculation and just, yeah. I know that I need to be at my peak to be able to challenge these guys.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, so today you made a draw against Fabiano Caruana. I think I'm going to give you the mouse. And if you can just show us some critical moments, because I understand it's been a long game.
Yeah, so he surprised me on move 1. He beat me in preparation in an Archangel Lopez in the Isle of Man. We played this h3 line with bishop e3 that I don't think he's ever played before, but I've played it a couple of times myself as white. So I was trying to remember some analysis, but it was all very foggy. I tried some moves. I wasn't exactly sure what happens if he plays b4 at any point around here to grab some space. But
Robin was very happy that you were playing the King's Indian.
Following his video series. Did I play it right, Robin?
I didn't like your move h5, but other than that, you were fantastic.
I think you have to play h5 in these structures, don't you? Or else you get squashed.
I thought 98 and f5.
Yeah, I couldn't remember anything exact, so I have to check my notes after dinner. But yeah, he played this bishop d3, which surprised me a bit. But I was expecting b4 at some point around, but it's all very double-edged. And drop back and play a5. And he's got to be careful not to be overextended. So how do I get back to the actual game.
Oh, you need to the round button next to this one. Yep.
This one.
Yep. And then we need to
scroll back.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So we went bishop d3 and have this very sharp position. I don't know if I could have played a bit better around here. It's
yeah, I'm
very
not
complicated.
sure. I don't think you should really look. Usually this
No, I see the
evaluation is
evaluation
off.
must play f4, which
Yeah, I don't
is
think
not a
you
move I
should-
considered here.
I
It's,
don't think
giving
you
him a
should
free
really
hand on the
watch
queen
that.
side.
Yeah.
Should stop doing that. But yeah, it got very, very sharp, and we were both very low on time.
Mm-hmm.
So he made it sharp with his EF and G5. There was actually a nice idea that I'd overlooked, and my original idea here was to play Queen H5 to defend the pawn. And I thought then I can follow up with Bishop F5, and my position is very nice, but I think Rook G4 is really horrible.
I think Robin was pointing this out when
Yeah.
we were analyzing. I mean, we also had a tough time here, of course, looking at this without an engine.
Yeah, and this,
But yes.
some queen, I don't know where I go, but knight F3, he wins my pawn,
Yeah.
I'll pawn for the exchange, and he just pushes. I couldn't see any counterplay. He's got these huge knights. So I had to change tack and take. And then around here, I guess we get this structure by force, and I feel I should be worse. But at least I've got a big pawn on F4, so I've got some counterplay. He overlooked in the time scramble this Queen H7 idea. It's all extremely sharp. I don't know if... here I was wondering about sacrificing the exchange straight away, but I think this is a better way of doing it. Oh, and if I reverse
How
the
are
points,
you-
did you see
how are
his
you-
trick here?
No.
After... so I went Rook G8. I went Rook G1. I could take this pawn on H3, but he has knight takes E5.
Oh,
Queen takes and mate.
wow. That's very cute. No, we didn't see that.
But yeah, I think that something happens around this time control when we've got no time, and
How are you assessing the position during the time control in these crazy complications?
I was just trying to survive around here, so it's I wasn't sure. It's just only moves I thought, but yeah, this is the really critical point, I guess. So can I take? I thought the engine's telling me this, but I think HG and yeah, okay, it's not a very strong engine, that one. And then Rook H1 is coming. I don't think I've got a defense. So I have to give the exchange myself. But he said he overlooked this Queen H7 move.
Okay.
And then here I went down to about 10 seconds trying to evaluate what happens if I take on E4. Maybe this was a better try. Because in the game I have to suffer in the same game. And
I
don't know if
think
it's
what's
a draw,
happened
but-
on the show, I think we were trying to also navigate our way through all these complications, but then someone won a game and came in here and saved us from
trying
having
and then
to
it's the
figure
engine
it
thing.
out.
Yeah, so I was trying to analyse this and I take on H4. And I thought this should be good for me, but then I got worried that he would take and play Bishop F8 and Bishop D8. And I'm a pawn up and I've got two connect house pawns, so I must be doing well. Probably. But when you have 10 seconds on the clock and you're trying to evaluate this position, and I guess knight G3, or maybe I should start with C6, I don't know. I couldn't figure it out, and so I went for...
So when we came
the
back,
game.
you were in this end game, and there I have a question for you. Well, we'll get to it. Let's go forward a bit, because we actually spent quite a lot of time looking at this end game. Okay, so still...
Yeah, Fabiano recommended just to play B6 here.
Okay. Yeah, we were wondering.
Trying
We were wondering
or
about
something.
that. Okay, and in this position, did you ever consider Rook F3?
Yeah, I was worried by just King D4
Yes, that's what we thought as well. And Rook takes H3.
and Rook takes E3.
Yeah,
What, and taking this?
yeah.
Yeah,
And
I...
according to the table basis, that is a draw, which
is a
I had
draw.
it is
I
a
was-
draw, yeah. But I thought, because I think Robin was saying that he was sure that you wouldn't know this at least, like not
Yeah.
by pure knowledge. And I thought it's the sort of thing that if in your calculation you see this, you probably might just discard.
Yeah, I
Discard it?
was considering it, and I didn't. Well, the problem was I thought that white should be winning, and I couldn't actually see a way for white to win. But when you think that white should be winning, then and it'll be embarrassing if I just swap off into this king and pawn endgame and Fabiano just shows how to win it. So I bet it's a table-based draw because my king's active.
According to the table basis.
So normally with the pawns both still on the starting squares, they're winning these endgames.
I think Peter was saying that if the pawn is still on the 7th rank, then it's often a draw, and if it's moved, then it's
Yeah,
often a
because I
loss.
still have the same potential. Yeah,
But
so maybe I should have gone for this, but I guess what I did is drawn.
Because the advantage of rook f3 was that if the pawn ending is a draw, then it's more or less forced.
yeah, then I don't have to suffer in this endgame. And I'm guessing it should be a draw.
Yeah.
I mean, there are positions where you can lose the a7 pawn and it's still a draw. But I don't think I did it the most smooth way.
But you got there.
I got there in the end, yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, so one more time, congratulations. Who's next for you tomorrow?
Adiban.
Adiban. So that should be an exciting one. I guess you have similar, both attacking, enterprising players.
Yeah.
Have you played him before?
Yeah, we played in the Millionaire tournament last time, where he was trying to press in some, or he was pressing in some endgame, but I tricked him.
Okay. Okay, so, well, I wish you best of luck for tomorrow. Thank you for stopping by. I think actually I'll keep you here maybe to wrap up the show with me. So yeah, this is the end of today's show. Maybe I will ask you to have a look with me for 1 second at Wei against Swidler. This probably is just a draw, or do you think Wei can still squeeze out?
I would back Peter to hold the draw, but I don't know. It's still going to be a long, long time. I don't know whether there's going to be some rook and bishop versus rook in the end.
Yeah, we see the players there. I think they just got their second score sheet. So they are in for a long night, but we here, especially you, have really deserved your dinner. So thank you very much to everyone for watching today. We will be back tomorrow, or Robin will be anyway, tomorrow, same time, same place, 1:30 p.m. So thank you for watching. Have a